Hello, my country people them. As una join, una know the usual routine. Una match fire for the sharer, my country people. Ma change lanes, ma swap lanes with this big truck. Countryman, a day for London. Una share this music na Bebe Manga. Una know very well. I don't play this music before. I love Bebe Manga, this particular music. Una match fire for the share. The title for the music na Nameya. Thank you na playing to my country people them. Today na number 9 day for November 2021. Countryman a day for London. I just can't tourist small for my country people them about my own personal experiences traveling to Cameroon and my stay for Cameroon and my personal enjoyment of Cameroon for the past few weeks, as you understand. So I don't just land about 4 or 5 hours ago, check out, collect my baggage, collect my motor where I be leaving for airport, and then I drive me now, they go me for house. So that is the deal, my country people them. Una match fire for the share, we did together. Una match fire, una share, make it go far and wide. We go can't tourist more time. The amber sheet no wipe last the way they be talk today. So countryman if ever enter Cameroon. Countryman if ever can enter Cameroon. The one the way they be say they don't report countryman for British police. Don't do this, thief passport, this and that. If you enter back for UK, they go catch you. They don't report police for UK, they go catch countryman. This is and that. All that one annoys my country people them as I know very well. When I match fire for the sheriff at the camp. We go play our Kum Kum anthem and then Cameroon national anthem. When I know mine right now, so I do now 70 miles an hour on the motorway, the busiest motorway for London, for the UK, one of the busiest for Europe.
Hail, hail, hail the Kumkumasa, we the Cameroonians, we pledge our loyalty. Kumkumasa, Kumkumasa, you shall free our country from terror. And your blessing shall be like the stars above. The Most High God shall be your guide.
thank you plenty, my country people. Today, number 9 day for November 2021. As you understand, I've been at the Kumkumasa, the Igwe, the king of all the black legs. Okay, so today I want to talk briefly about my trip to Cameroon, my stay, and my personal enjoyments, my opinions, and especially with a few lessons then way my country people they feel learn from my experience when they travel to Cameroon or out of Cameroon, because I travel a lot and I get a few lessons then way I feel pass them across. As now understand, now one of the reasons this way I try as much as possible for write as well for my blog countrypeople.com, and for Facebook for posts about my travels, review hotels, restaurants, and also sensitize people about what you can do for inside Cameroon, and also when you travel to Cameroon. So hopefully it will help one or two people them. So now the brief Toridawe I bring up for now, particularly this live broadcast today, it no go get plenty for do with destroy Amazonian terrorism. It get a lot more for do with Cameroonianness. Loving your community, loving your country, and for make sure say you no go ever commit suicide, because life is too sweet, my country people them. So make us start with people them when are Cameroonians when are there on the ground inside Cameroon, making your Cameroon passport. Sorry about that, my country people them. I will get some small interruption. Now the line where I use them, because one of my other lines it get 5G connection, and this one it no get 5G connection. So when I bear with me, my country people them. Yes, I've been need for change lanes. I don't change them. I'm in the right lane now. So sorry about that, about the interruption. We'll match fire continue for the go for before with our live broadcast. As I be the talk, the process for make a Cameroon passport, Cameroonian passport right now, it be very easy. Actually, while we may be there for pay, I be help 2 or 3 people them for make their Cameroonian passport. All what you need now the authentic link for the website for the Cameroon authority where they produce the passports them, and it will take you literally 5 or 6 minutes on that website. They will ask you basic details them, like information where it be contained inside your identity card. So before you want to go forward, you know if you make a Cameroon national identity at the moment without you know if you make a Cameroon passport without a Cameroon identity card. Now the only small stumbling block that, because right now the system for Cameroon will be designed for make the Cameroon identity card it be broken. I know go lie for una. It get a lot of systemic issues them for make a Cameroon identity card. So now the only problem that, but any person where you already get the identity card, and I mean say the original card itself, not the laissez-passer where they give you, where you get to renew them every 3 months. That laissez-passer where they give you, where you get to renew them every 3 months, you know if you use them for make a Cameroon passport. So you need the actual ID card, make it come out before you go make the passport. Now, if you already get your ID card for make the passport, it be very, very, very easy, my country people them. The only thing where you need them for make that passport, now your birth certificate, your ID card, and when when you make your birth certificate, it come with court judgment. The actual system for make the Cameroon passport, it no require the court judgment for your birth certificate, but there are some corrupt police officers them inside that office where they use that one as an excuse for swindle money out of you. So make sure say you get your court judgment with your birth certificate anyway. They don't need them for make your passport, but some people they inside that office where they go ask you that's all, just for make an excuse in order for thief money. Basically that is just the truth. I know you can't tell a lie. So some thief people them they're within the system. Okay, and one of the reasons it will be very important for make this kind of live broadcast to sensitize the people the way they be out there, make they know. For example, some mommy they way it will come out right from extreme north, not be extreme north, I know it come out from a different town. Basically it can't make the passport. Okay, they not tell you, and you don't know say they require the court judgment for your birth certificate in order to make the passport. He don't know. So he actually get the court judgment a day for house. But the paperwork where he bring and for can make that passport on that day, he no bring the court judgment. And he no if you come out from Yaoundé, go back for house, drive how many hours for go bring that court judgment. So the easiest thing for you now, just for pay that bribe, they ask you 20,000 francs, he pay them, and then they process your documents. That is very wrong, and we need for make sure say we hammer about all these things and for make sure say we stamp them out. Corruption, it be very bad. Corruption, they're all over the world. But for this particular one, now it be very bad, and they inside that system for make passports them inside Cameroon. So any state authorities when I listen to me, when I understand it now. Now one of the problems this way me I get on with the system now say the information flow it not be as good. For example, or okay, ma go back right from the beginning. When you click on that link for make your passport, they go ask you for your name as it appear for your birth certificate. I mean your identity card. Obviously, the information we did for your birth certificate, it must be identical to the one we did for your passport. It must be identical to the one we did for your identity card. Whether now for your birth certificate, identity card, or your passport, the information is supposed to be identical. Okay. Now, they will also ask you for your profession. So if you put them down, say you've been a student, be prepared for provide evidence. Say you've been a student. Day where you go take your picture and do your fingerprints. If you put down for they say you be engineer, be prepared for produce a university qualification or diploma. Say you be engineer. So whatever information you put them down on that form, make sure say you get evidence or back them up. If you not get them, you just give an excuse for those thief police officers that they work for they for ask you money. May we not understand. So better you put and say self-employed, or when they put profession for that form, just write down for they say you be unemployed. Knowing that all man get profession. If you be woman, a bad now how if you be married, put down for they say housewife. No man who can question, even though you've been a magistrate or whatever. If you know if proof, you don't get the evidence for go prove them for them, because they could just use them as an excuse for thief your money. Say make you must provide evidence. Say for which way you put them for that form. You put and say you be magistrate, you put and say you be engineer, give with the evidence, and if you don't get them for they go start asking money, they will complicate your life unnecessarily. So I give small tips them for when you fill that form for apply for your passport. So they go ask you for your national identity card number, they'll ask you for your names, they'll ask you for your location, where you live, they'll ask you for your profession, you enter all that information, then they charge now 110,000 francs CFA. Now, if any person for Cameroon, it tell you say, make you can't make passport, they go help you for make your passport, they go expedite and make your passport come on quick. That person a thief man. All passports them for Cameroon, wait, I repeat them again. I say all Cameroonian passports them they be expedited. And they cost now 110,000 francs, and the passport it will last you 5 years. They don't get no passport where it will last 10 years. They don't get no passport where it will be expedited. All passports them now, it will last you 5 years, and they all be expedited, and they all go charge you now only 110,000 francs now. So people they go say, oh, can't open file, I go help you for make your passport. The reason why they talk so now because they want to use you. They want to play on your stupidity and your gullibility. Because they be gullible. Because they fear for use computer. So make your passport, use yourself for your own house. You do have now for your mobile phone, you get Android phone already now. You get internet connection now. If you want Countryman go broadcast on the link, when I just click on the link, enter the details, then enter your ID card, they go ask you for pay 110,000 francs. Now when I go ask Countryman say, how many have you paid the 110,000 francs for make the passport? Simple. You use MTN mobile money. I sure say almost all Cameroonians them they get MTN mobile money, and you will not get them if you use your mommy own, your papa own, your sister own, your cousin own. Use MTN mobile money. They go ask you say, enter the MTN mobile money where you want to pay the 110,000 francs. You enter the number. Now 9-digit number for Cameroon telephone numbers, the mobile phones them. You enter the number. Then now the system it will send you a code, a message to your mobile money account, your MTN mobile money. They ask you say, you accept for pay 110,000 francs to this company. You click accept for your phone, and then they will ask you for enter your code, just like how when you want to transfer money to another person, they'll ask you for enter your MTN pin. You enter your MTN mobile money pin, and then they go withdraw 110,000 francs from your mobile money account, MTN mobile money account. Now, obviously, this one na common sense. If you no get 110,000 francs for your account, they no go fit collect 110,000 francs. Am I speaking properly? Una dey hear me fine now? So make sure say you get more than 110,000 francs for your mobile money account before you start the process for make your passport, because now wait that way they go charge you and they will withdraw them from your MTN mobile money account. Now when you enter your PIN and the PIN be correct, your MTN it will send you a text message for confirm say they don't withdraw 110,000 francs from your mobile money account, and they will send you a receipt as well. And then now if you go back now for the phone where you be use them for apply for the passport. So in this situation, I advise you for use now 2 mobile phones then. One mobile phone where you get internet connection where you use them for apply for the passport, and the other mobile phone where not just for transact the mobile money account. It's no fine for the use the same phone for do the 2 things then, because maybe you feel confused and you go from one app to the other. So just take 5 or 6 minutes for do just that. You want to apply for your passport, focus on that passport application, and the other phone you leave them just free for do the mobile money transaction. When they request the PIN, you enter the PIN. Now, as you enter the PIN, the transaction will be accepted, and then they send you confirmation and a receipt text message for your phone. Then now you go see and say this, so the other phone where you be use them on that website for apply for the passport, it go refresh, and then it go indicate for you say this, so your transaction and your payment has been completed and has been accepted. Now they will take you now for the next page where they go ask you for book your appointment. They go ask you for select whether you want for book your appointment for Douala Center or for Yaoundé Center. You select which one where you choose them, and then they go ask you now for select the date where you want for appear for the center, for so that when they take your picture and take your fingerprints then. You select the date at Ibina at your discretion, the date where you want go do that process, and then they ask you for select the time. You select the time where it be available. Now you get when you don't finish that process, now the system it go generate all this information, email them to you. They will also ask for your email address. Make sure so you get an email address, and in need for being an email address where you get access to, where you remember the username and password. No give some email address where you don't know you have to access them, because they go send a vital information to that email address. The receipt and the paperwork, all the information where you don't enter them into that system, they go compile them into a PDF document, and then they go email you a copy, and they go send you a copy. You fit download them. Okay, that copy it be very important. You need for print that copy, because you go need for take a copy of that document to the center on the day where you go take your picture and your fingerprints onto the system. So now that one, it means that your application it be complete. Even that document where they go send them for you, where you go print them, take and go for that center, it go get your appointment date and time and the center where you get to appear for take your picture and your fingerprints. All that information it go there for that paper. Print a copy, take them with you. Go with your national identity card. Go with the evidence about your profession, whatever you select. If you select student, you need for be able for provide evidence, say you be student. And then, as I don't already talk, you go on that day, you make sure say you appear, you arrive at the center at the very least 30 to 40 minutes before your appointment time. For example, if your appointment now for 4:30 p.m., you need to arrive at that center at the very least by 4 p.m. Okay? The center there for Yaoundé Day, I go send una pictures for the center and everything if you want them. So you appear at the center for the one for Yaoundé, 1 day 2 for Douala. They will tell you when you appear when you reach for the, I should climb up the steps to enter the building. Usually they get some police officers the way they did for front day. The police officers, they will take your file. Make sure say you put all these documents, all this evidence in a file. Okay, now another thing I say, if you've been a woman and you be married, you need your husband permission for make passport. Now the law for Cameroon that. I know say someone will say, I need my master a permission. Yes, you need your master a permission for get passport Now the Cameroon law that, no be me I write the law, but now the law that. So if you be woman and you be married, make sure say you get a written confirmation from your husband, your ID card and some other information for talk say it don't give you authorization for make a travel document. Okay. Now, what else you need? If you be woman and you be married, guess what else you need for bring them for that day? Your marriage certificate. Okay, you need for bring your marriage certificate. Now evidence that for proof say you be married and your master name. And if you be woman and you be married, they go stamp them for your passport. You go get new name, épouse. They go say épouse country people or épouse Agbo. For talk say this, so you be married to that person. Now the Cameroon system no ask me. Now so it go happen. They go stamp them. Now your new name that if you be married and you be woman, now wait till that way go happen. So prepare yourself. So now the system that and the situation that. So you appear on that date. Like I talk, if you're woman, marriage certificate where you be married, evidence of your qualification or your profession, your national identity card, and then you obviously appear in person. You know if you send different person, may go do one for you. Because they will need to take your picture and your fingerprints. You must be there in person. And then also that print out, that document where you print them out at the end of your visa or your passport application process, you need to attach them for that file. You need to buy file, I think they buy 25 francs. Put all this information inside and then take and go to this thing. Make sure say you get a legalized copy of your marriage certificate. And then you take the original as well. Make sure say you get a legalized copy of your ID card and then you take the original as well. Make sure say you get a legalized true copy of your birth certificate and the court judgment as well. Make sure say you also take the original as well, you go with them. They go take all these documents, then they go scan them through for the computer system. And then they go scratch them and then they will return them back to you. But they go scan them into the computer system and control them. Make sure say you take all these things then. If you not take them and you go for that center, they go send you away. You don't go even enter inside the building, they go send you away. Okay? And then you need for come back a different day and then your appointment will be cancelled. I don't know me the process for rebook the appointment. But so you need for be prepared. As they always talk, they talk say, failure to plan, it means say you don't plan to fail. I might repeat them. If you fail for plan, it means that you don't plan for fail. So you need to be prepared. You need to check your documents then. You need to ask questions then. And some of we where we don't go through the process, where we don't experience them, it be very important now for we can't give now this information. I will give the information freely. Now for free of charge. Okay? So now, like some people, they ask, they say, well, but why they complicate the system? Why they not just put all this information online and whatnot? I tell them, I tell the system for Cameroon. People, the way they get information for Cameroon, they deliberately hide the information because they make money out of that information. Now the truth that, now the reality that, and now why that way when Countryman broadcast all your information for free, some people they vex. I tell you, if I don't know. They vex with me as I talk all this information right now, so because I remove money for their mob. Police, gendarme, the way they expect say you could be gullible and you could be stupid and you don't know this information, you come for they thief your money. They vex with me now. Because I tell you now, the thing for Cameroon I say if your documents they be in order and you do all your things and you be straight and you be clean, no man no go thief your money, you no go pay no bribe, you no go be corrupted one bit. So now we teach you now this information, and now why that way, even right in the Cameroon government, people the way they get this information where they for publish them, but they refuse for publish them, so that make you not be informed. And if you not be informed, you could go fumble for some side, and some person will thief your money. Now the problem that with the system, I don't always tell you now say the worst thing with me I hate them about the Cameroon government now poor communication, because all this information, if they would just publish them out there freely, it will help a lot of people then. And it will drive down and reduce a lot of corruption. Okay? People they don't forget no reason or no way, no means for thief your money, because the information be available and you for be forewarned and prepared. So you know what way they be required, you know what way they need them from you, and you just prepare yourself and you present all the information. They say presente vote this, you present them, presente this, you present them. They ask this, you present them, you pass bingo you. And that's so. So now as when I be prepared now, the process that for apply for Cameroon passport, you arrive for there will be a queue outside. And even the queue for outside, as the gendarmes, they ask, or police, they ask you, say this and that, if your file not be in order, they send you away. Why the police did not just write all the information on a piece of paper or on a display signboard, put them outside that building, so that you say you go Shidon Day, you read them, you know which information you need for print, you need for bring them, and then you go bring the information. No, they don't write them. They prepare or they prefer for stand for day in person, begin tell you one after the other, verbally, one after the other. Go and do this, go and do this, go and bring this, go and bring this, go and bring this. They prefer for do them. Wait, be hard work. So now one of the things that this I talk say, Cameroonians them sometimes they enjoy for suffer. Or maybe because they do it like that too, now you way to give them employment. Maybe because if they just make a sign, make one sign for English, make one sign for French, make one sign for German or whatever, just put them outside that building. All man we could come for, they just can't read that sign, it could get all the information, then you know which document we need for bring them. That's it. You don't need police officer, 2 police officers in for stand for there with a long line for tell you the same information over and over and over again. And you don't need for drive from a Bolowa or drive from Bamenda or from Gaundere or from Marua for come all the way to Yaoundé for coming police officer tell you that one. Where you, the first person we go for that office, if you just reach, it take a picture of that information, of that signboard, it share them for all man, and the whole world it will get the same information. But that system where me at the talk, it will be easier and it will help a lot of people then, but police officer not go fit thief money, and now why that way the system there the way we they prefer not for write them, not for publish them, so that they go fit continue for the thief your money. And you where you don't go suffer under that system, you experience them so, and then you succeed, you make the passport. You too, you deny you because the person will be tell me say, but why did they make the system a bit complicated like that? I ask you, say now where you don't go through the system, you survive, you succeed, and you see the challenges the way the system be involved in. Why you as an individual you not change the system? Why you as an individual you not go write down, you know go write down for Facebook, for WhatsApp and everywhere else, sensitize the whole world about the process, how to make a Cameroonian passport, and what to do, what not to do, how to go about it. Because now you've been at the expert, you get experience. As the talk say, experience is the best teacher. Experience not been the only teacher, but not the best teacher. Now when you've been at the best person for sensitize the other people then, why not create a blog? Why not post them for Facebook, sensitize the rest of the people then? Why not tell them, say, if you are going to do a Cameroon passport, this is the link, okay? These are the documents they require from you. If you be man picking, they require this. If you woman, they need your marriage certificate, this and that. They go need your certified true copy. They go need your ID card. They go need your document, this and that. Why not write them? So that make the whole world know. I said the problem too, not only Cameroon government, the problem now Cameroonians. Cameroonians, they be too selfish and they like to suffer. Now when you don't experience the system, help the next person. Help the next person, make it not go suffer the same suffer where you suffer. So that when the person come over from Gaundere or come over from Bamenda, for Tico, it one can make a passport, it could be prepared. It not go do 2 journeys. It not go need for book your appointment. It not go need for rich bribe any person. No. It could just go for there, you think they could work out fine because you don't help me with information. And now one of the things in this way, even when I start my country, people black legism and things like that, I be broadcast all this information freely. If I get some information where I see and say, if it help my country people them, I can share them to all man. Any man we want listen, he can't listen, Nanjo. I don't ask no man. As long as you get your data of cash on the watch this live broadcast, you will learn 1 or 2 things the way it benefit you tomorrow. Okay? I never ask no man money. People the day where they message me for back, they say, countryman, the information when you get them, you just broadcast them for free. Cameroon government will pay you plenty money, this and that. I get connections for ministry of this minister for this and that. We fit enter some deal for do consultancy with the Cameroon government about resolving the Anglophone crisis and this and that. I get connections. They fit pay me plenty money. I ask the countryman, say, so you tell me, say, if I get some information, if it save some money life for Cameroon, I get to first hold and wait. Make Cameroon government pay me before I give them the information. Are you mad? You think say I want to begin do what they do? I'm like, nah, because say I be lack money, I be lack Gary for job. or I don't get enough money. No. I do it because now my spare time as my FCM, I then also I drive going for house, but I take the time for try for helebuna impact knowledge, for share my own personal experiences. Me when I learn small from what way me I don't experience them because I help one or two people them for go through the process. Now we go try for make the process it be smooth for all man. Okay, it go also help for reduce corruption for Cameroon. It go also help one or two people them. That's it. So when I don't mind as I run my mob, so I did drive. Some people they talk say no, countryman, it no be possible. No, man, you did drive motor and then you do live show at the same time. Now me, I def my motor me one. Yes. Now me, I did drive, I did go to my destination, I did change lanes, I did follow all the road signs them, I did slow down, speed up, change gear. My motor no be na automatic. My motor get gearbox, 6 gears with the match fire. Yes. When I know countryman, they always match fire. That's what I'm doing. Driving not be easy. You need 100% attention for the drive. The way when me I take for do my live broadcast, even when I drive and I say I did concentrate 99.9% on my driving for go for my destination. 0.1% now you are the give una just there like passenger inside my motor. Una just there like person way a day inside my motor and I did play with you, I did talk with you, with the change music, and then we did play with the talk. Now so I did do am. Okay, now what I tell you now say for do the Black Legacy for me, now for my spare time, now spare time. If I don't get time for do am, I don't do anything. No man will pay me, mandate me for say man do this or that, or man must do here, or man must be here at this time or whatever. No, I do whatever I want to do when I want to do am. So that is it. Una match fire, una share am. This live broadcast will help 1 or 2 people then. Yes, and when I don't see am as countryman, it's there for Cameroon. I also help 1 or 2 people then for make even identity card. When me I get time, I don't chop flop, I rest small. I go broadcast all this information. I go write for my country people page for Facebook and also write for countrypeople.com website. Broadcast all this information for Helebuna. The process of applying for Cameroon passport, Cameroon identity card, and all these things. Because I also help with that process for make some people them may they get the identity card. Why I be there for Cameroon? Because I don't always tell you this one them Cameroonians the day where they like for suffer. Believe you me, Cameroonians the day inside Cameroon where they don't get them identity card, and for them it no meaning nothing for them. Yes, it no meaning nothing for them, and they prefer them for the work I pay 500 for police for road. And then when I can't begin crisis, the country don't spoil. Who spoil them? Now you spoil them. Government get your own faults, yes, but you as an individual, you get your own faults then. First of all, before you want to go move, even a small stand way there for different money eye, where you get big bamboo for your own eye. First move now that bamboo way there for your eye. You get problem. You as an ordinary Cameroonian, now when they make corruption, it be the way it be for Cameroon. When they see something will be wrong, so when I go do am, that's all. Just do the right thing. Just do the right thing. If you get all your docky in place, you get all your things as I did for Cameroon, when I see I'm very well safe. Countryman travel. I travel from Yaoundé to Douala to Limbe to Kribi, and I travel within Littoral. I travel around within Central Region. I travel around. No matter all bedding corner away countryman be go, I carry camera, go down, go show and say here. No. I only show on the pathway. If it's sweet me, I turn on the camera, start begin talk to go. That's it. So I go chop better gambas, lobsters and seafood for Kribi, stay for the most expensive hotel, and I write about them. I put them for the blog, I put them for countrypeople.com. I think I will repost them again for country people Facebook page. Yes, I think I need for broadcast and too for Facebook. And then I go make sure say the owners for that hotel and that restaurant, they see my review and my concerns about their service. Yes. So now talking about traveling into Cameroon, especially now where I travel from the United Kingdom to Cameroon and back using a British passport, and during the coronavirus pandemic, there are a lot of challenges. So the very first challenge you get for go for gov.uk website for check the country where you travel to, if the country is in the red list or not. Fortunately, Cameroon is no day in the red list of countries then, as far as the coronavirus be concerned. Cameroon is no day for red list. So we mean say wait, if you go to you fit travel to Cameroon and travel back to the UK without a requirement to quarantine. Okay, my country. So that is it. You fit travel in and out without a requirement to quarantine when you come back to the UK. But now, Cameroon government, it requires, say, you do a coronavirus PCR test within 72 hours before you enter Cameroon. So if you book this test, remember, for coronavirus, now 2 types of tests they be. You get the PCR test. Now that one, it be very accurate, more than 90% accurate. That is the one that is required. You get some other tests where they do and where they call them saying an LFT test, lateral flow test, LFT. Man, repeat them. L for Lima, F for Foxtrot, T for Tango, LFT, lateral flow. That test, it be now only about 55 to 60% accurate. That one, they need to use them internationally. Okay, so you must do now the PCR test, and when you do the PCR test, you get a certificate. For UK, they send them as a text message or as an email to you, where if you print them before you travel. You go to the airlines, for example, what are now Brussels Airlines, Air France, Turkish Airlines, Kenyan, and any airlines when you travel to Cameroon. They go ask you for your PCR test before you even board the aircraft. People the day where they go for airport for Heathrow, they no fit even board the aircraft because they don't do their coronavirus test before they travel. So make sure say you do your coronavirus test, you book them at the very minimum 2 days before your flight, so that you will get the test result before you even appear for airport. By the time you arrive for Cameroon, they go check them again. If you take now a Brussels Airlines, they go transit for Brussels, they go check them. If you take now Air France, you go transit for Paris, they go check them again for Paris. If you take now Turkish Airlines, you go transit for Istanbul, they go check them for Istanbul again. So make sure say you get your PCR coronavirus test available. They go check them multiple times. And when you arrive for Cameroon, they go check them again. And then they go ask you for do another test when you arrive for Cameroon. The test where you go do for Cameroon, you no go pay. That test now the LFT, lateral flow test, where it be about 50 to 60% accurate. Okay, you go do the LFT test for Cameroon. Now nasal swab. They go swab your nose for one or two of your nostrils them, and then they mix them inside some liquid. And because now LFT test, that test it be now rapid test. Some people they call it and say rapid test because you get the test result within 5 minutes. So when you arrive for airport for Douala or from Simalen for Yaoundé, they go do that LFT test, the rapid test, while you wait. You go walk in, you enter, they give you some form, you fill your details then they take your the form, you wait, then they call you one by one, they take the swab for your nostrils, then mix them for that fluid, put them for that chemical, and then put them for that test, do the test for you, and then you go back, go sit down, wait. 5 or 6 minutes later, they or sometimes up to 10 minutes, depending on how many of them they do the test. Then they will come call one by one, tell when I say you be negative, or if you be positive, I don't know what to be the process. They go whether they go repeat the test again, or then now they will take you go do the PCR test where it be more accurate. I don't know the process because day where I be travel, my test will be negative, and all we will be travel, our test will be negative. So I don't know the process if your LFT test or the rapid test will return a positive result. I don't know the process which will go happen next. So that is that my contributor. So when you enter Cameroon, now which that way it go happen. Now you get access to Cameroon and you live you enjoy your life like how me I don't enjoy them. So you go Kribi, Tonton, go Douala, Limbe, chop bunny fish, chop gambas, this and that. You enjoy your life. Cameroon is sweet, especially if you get money. Now when you want to come out of Cameroon now, for example, you come to the United Kingdom, where me are they in right now, so are they for United Kingdom, London, not just the capital city of United Kingdom. Believe you me, some people they never know, some people they think say London not country. So yeah, I get to be very specific. London, not just a city in England, and England now one of the kingdoms in the United Kingdom. And the other kingdoms in the United Kingdom include Scotland. So yes, Scotland, England, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Now these 4 territories, they make up the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. So yes, I there for London right now, which is the United Kingdom. So now the UK it no require me. The UK it no require me for do a coronavirus test before entering the UK, because Cameroon in no day inside the red list countries. Cameroon in no day for one of the UK red listed countries. So UK it no require me for do a coronavirus test before entering. But however, the Cameroon government, now Cameroon government requirement, no be the airlines, no be United Kingdom requirement. The Cameroon government it require all passengers then where they travel out of Cameroon for do a PCR test. And here comes the problem again when me I get them with the Cameroon government. They don't communicate that information to no one. They don't communicate them. I don't see me no signs. They don't write them anywhere. They don't notify no passenger. So some people the day way they just go there for airport for go travel them. They don't know them saying a requirement for them to get a PCR test for Cameroon before they travel. Now the Cameroon authorities them, the Ministry of Health and the police them, they mandate them, they require them. No be the airlines, no be the British government. Now the Cameroon state authorities they mandate that one, and they check them for airport. Now the question now say, what if you come out go to airport, you know you say you need forget the test and you never do you the PCR COVID-19 test. Now here comes another window of opportunity for the police and the medical team for the airport for thief your money, for thief your money. Now the opportunity that way they get them. And now one of the reasons then that way they know they communicate this information to una because they want make you come for the unaware, uninformed. You just can't meet up them where they day for day. They don't put table, they shit on for day. They talk say, show me your coronavirus test. You no get them, they say go wait for day. And then before you want to see them, your time they pass, your flight is don't start board, your aircraft they can't start take off, you start being in a panic, you be desperate. What do you do in that desperate situation? You give them money, you bribe them. But they talk am ho-ha. That is the truth. Now the problem that way Cameroon get them communication. Okay? Communication. And now where we don't experience and we don't go through the process, what way we will need for do for reduce the corruption, for prepare our brothers and sisters and for be our brothers keeper, for make sure say make you don't miss your flight, for make sure say make you be prepared before you travel, because say failure to plan, it means say you don't plan to fail. If you fail for plan, it means say you don't plan for fail. Okay, so now why that way at the camp can help now with that information free of charge? All when me I ask you now, say wait, you share this information, make it go far and wide for all what other country people that made it no fall for that trap. Now, it will cost you about 60,000 francs for bribe if you don't get the coronavirus. I did talk because I come up for Cameroon. I mean, yesterday 24 hours ago I be there for Cameroon now I there for London. No be so. I did tell you now out of experience, you go bribe those thief people then for airport. And you don't get no reason for bribe them. So just do the right thing. Go for any government hospital for Yaoundé or Douala or one of these big cities then. Okay? It take up to 48 hours for the coronavirus PCR test results for come out. And it be computerized. So when you go, you do the PCR test, you will get a certificate where they will give you for hand, where they will stamp and sign them by the doctor, or they will send them for you for WhatsApp where it be computerized. It get a barcode and they will enter the code inside the tablet. They get a tablet for airport. They will enter the code for the tablet, and the tablet it will indicate if the code will be valid or not. So no try for cheat. Just go for the hospital for La Quintinine, they call them or whatever. Now La Quintinine hospital or any general hospital for Yaoundé or Douala, the big hospitals. Tell them say you want to do the coronavirus PCR test. For you need the certificate because you travel. You need to tell them the date where you travel, and they go do you the test, and it no cost plenty money, and they go give you the certificate where to stamp and sign out for your front. You take the certificate, go for airport. When you reach for airport, they ask for a coronavirus test. You present the certificate. You pass, begin go you. You no go pay no man 5 francs. You no need for bribe no man, because say what you prepare before you travel. And because say you prepare, it means say you go succeed. Because if you fail for prepare, it means say you don't prepare for fail. When I hear my country people them. So that is it. Another thing where a lot of our country people and black people that they do where it is surprised me over. Now say for example, you book your flight and they clearly tell you for that ticket, for that flight, or your boarding pass or whatever, the information where you go get them from your booking reference and whatnot, they could tell you for this, say you get luggage allowance, you get 2 pieces of luggage. Each of the luggage in need for weigh 23 kilograms, no more. But when African people then, at the talk, this one now about African people, not just Cameroonians them, they enjoy for suffer. Okay, take me for instance. I know me very well say this, so I get a weight limit for my baggage. So what I do, I buy my scale. You buy the scale now, that device where you use them for weigh things. I know say for Cameroon, I go talk say for measure your weight. No, you didn't measure your weight, you did weigh them. So the right word for you, and I say you did weigh an item, you need to measure the weight. Measure now, like when you measure distance, you weigh them. So now when you stand on the scale, you weigh yourself. When you take the box, put them on the scale or any item for get the weight, you weigh the item. Okay, so why not just buy your own scale? Simple question. Why not just buy your own scale so that you go weigh your items, so that before you leave your house, you know exactly how much your bags they weigh. Black people, they don't know them how to do that one. Like I tell you now, when you fail for plan, means say you don't plan for fail. They go just packing them, pack them inside bag. Reach for airport, they say put them for scale. They put them for scale. They think climb reach 33 kilograms, 36 kilograms. But where you know you very well say they don't give you limit, say now 23 kilograms. I'm not telling you now, there is a specific reason why they talk say 23. Make you now understand this, so you get people the way that they work at that airport. Some of these people, they get to manhandle your bag. They get to lift them, move them from one place to the other. If that person go lift your bag, where he expects now 23 kilograms, but now 33 kilograms, he broke it back. Now you go pay. Now you go pay the insurance for your bag where don't broke him. No. Now the airlines go pay. Now why the airlines, they don't talk say 23 kilograms, now 23 kilograms. There is a reason why. And for the airlines for know how much fuel they go use them for fly, they need to know the exact weight of the aircraft. So they need to know exactly how many baggage go there for the aircraft, how much each of the baggage weigh, and they go know exactly how much the aircraft weigh for the aircraft for takeoff, a fly to your destination, a land safely with the amount of fuel we get them. All of those calculations they be made. There is a reason why they tell you say 23 kilograms, my poor African people, the way we not like for strong head. 23, it don't mean say 26. Even if you want Adam make it be like 24, 25, they fit sorry you. When me I reach for airport, my bag will be at 24.5. Even after me I wear them, I say my cheat small. I reach for airport, the woman talks to this, so my bag it be slightly overweight. I go need for pay excess luggage. I ask you say excess luggage now how much? It's a 100 US dollars. As I ask you say, you tell me say I pay 50,000 francs. Where if I just go inside that box, now even which better thing the day for day, I open the box and move for another bag of beans or whatever. When I know how African people they like to travel, I want to travel. They don't send all kind of things, crayfish, arrow, bitter leaf, janksa, all these kind of things. Then I said I'll move the thing to him. I'll throw the thing for airport, begin go me down for pay 50,000 francs. The small bag of janksa will weigh 1 kilogram. Wait there for that bag. If it costs 50,000 francs, no. So use your brain. I tell you, say no. Me just wait. I bring the bag, open the bag, move this thing from janksa. I tell you, say I dash yourself. I tell you, say take him now your own. I tell you, say the bag will weigh fine now on 23 kilograms. He say fine. That woman look me so. It tire. It just talk say no. Ma leave her. Ma put the thing back inside the bag. It go process the bag with 24.5 kilograms. I said okay. But me I need to pay extra 50,000 francs because of 1 kilogram. Now crazy. Now so African they like, and then you see some people they go for airport now, they reach for there now, they start argue about weight. They start the beg, someone they start the beg. Meanwhile, where your flight, they don't start board. So you go jeopardize your flight. You could jeopardize. I mean, my flight where I pay for come London, Cameroon, and return back, it was only 350,000 francs. But now because say I plan, I booked my flight now 3 months before I travel. I plan them in advance. No, it was about 2 months. I plan them in advance. Now why that my flight be cheap? But people the day where if you want to book your flight just 1 or 2 weeks before you travel, the person day where it travel, it book your own flight, it was about 480,000 francs. So for that kind of situation, you want to jeopardize your flight 480,000 francs. You want to jeopardize them because say you want must carry a goosey and dole for 10 kilograms. Think about it. Which one it be more important? Some my country people them and they can't go under the tunnel. The tunnel be it could take about 1 minute. So if the live broadcast is caught now because they under tunnel and then under a big road now fly over. So now bear with me. Hopefully the live broadcast is not go caught. Now I say the tunnel not first over long. So yes, now in this now just a fly over. So the live broadcast will not be interrupted. So that's it. When you want to travel, you need to first plan your travel. So that traveling is supposed to be enjoyable. Like person like me where I travel like a business person, I travel for leisure. I don't travel for like work. But African people, them every time they want to travel, they travel like say now work. By the time when they want to arrive for their destination, they don't tire. Traveling is supposed to be enjoyable, supposed to be fun. Okay? Make sure say you relax. Make sure say you shower. Okay? And then you sleep 4 to 5 hours before you come up for your house. Sleep. So that when it comes to the time where you want to begin travel, you enjoy them, enjoy them. Sleep, rest. What it means say you don't pack your bag 10 hours before you travel. You don't assemble all things them. You plan. Okay? Make sure say you buy your scale, put them for house. You weigh your bag. You weigh things them. You know exactly how much your bags they weigh. Okay? Before you come up for your house. When you reach for airport, your things they just go smooth. You check in, you collect your boarding pass, you go sit in the lounge, you go through the police, you do this and that, all your things they just go smooth, so that you enjoy the traveling. Traveling not supposed to be hectic. It's not supposed to be now work. But whenever I see black people they travel, they drag back, they drag this one, they drag this, they drag this. Someone I know people the way they come on London, Cameroon, they carry sugar. I swear to God, sugar. Because according to them, sugar no day for Cameroon. Suffer. People, the Cameroonians, they like to suffer. Person they come out for Cameroon, and when they come for London, they carry this, unnecessary. Carry the small. I'm not talking no carry your small Aeron, Jangsa, and all these kind of things. Yes, take some small, but no carry them like say you want to go run the market. If you want to run the market, by all means, you know, use the air freight them. Send them like cargo. Okay, use the cargo service. That's fine. That's fantastic. Do your business. But when you want to travel, enjoy them. And then one thing where I feel just die with Cameroonians, and one of the things that I go talk them when I go hate me for this one, but this one when I need for year. Cameroonians will not get a problem with body odor. Yes, my talk them. Will not get a problem with body odor. And one of the reasons why we not get that body odor now because of the stress where we not put ourselves in. Sometimes that stress it be unnecessary. I understand some of the stress it be necessary because of conditions and situations. But sometimes, for example, when you travel, you need to plan in advance. People they climb on top aircraft, me I know if it breathe. Because of their body odor. It be too bad, it be too pungent. And you feel help with that situation for body odor by just using deodorants. Buy deodorant, use them. After every time when you shower, just spray them for your armpit, or you use that rub. What do they call them again? Roll on. You use roll on. Now it will stop you from getting that body odor. Use the roll on. Buy roll on 1,000, 2,000. Especially when you go for like a job interview or you go for some place where it go provide you with your livelihood. You don't need to appear for day and then you get body odor for the way it go turn off the person where it want employ you. No. And if you wear some clothes, you don't wear them 1 time or 2 times, you sweat for day. Trust me, that clothes don't develop body odor. And don't say many of una don't notice una own body odor, but me I did notice them. And it be very disturbing. Very disturbing. Even for this flight where I fly to Cameroon. I be get Cameroonians for that flight where they be get body odor. Where they come from Europe. They get terrible body odor. Flight where I fly from Cameroon come for Europe. Terrible body odor. It's a terrible thing. When I need to sort them out. And some of that body odor, you can sort them out just by using roll-on. If you don't get money for buy roll-on, buy lemon. As I always tell you, I say go and suck a lemon. No. For this one, no suck the lemon. Just buy the lemon on a lime, cut them into halves, and then use that lemon now for rub and for your armpit. It will help reduce your body odor. Body odor, which way we call them, say BO, stands for body odor. Na natural thing. It be natural, my country them. All human beings that get body odor. All will get body odor. Na natural thing. But you feel reduce them and you feel control them. Now what does that one mean? Just reduce them, just control them and control them. So that's it. I hope say this live broadcast, it don't help 1 or 2 people them for understand 1 or 2 things that my contribute them. So I go live on a small time. My contribute them.